For me, when I'm installing technology, it's all about the wiring, and if the wiring looks intimidating, I'm calling it an installer. In this case, it is not at all. Hi, it's Colin. On the next series of road test shows, we're going to be talking about dash cameras, and specifically the different options with dash cameras as it relates to driver safety. So much around dash cameras these days. It's kind of the replacement for the last 20 years of telematics technology, which on the last series you saw was around GPS, accelerometer, and engine diagnostics. You know, dash cameras often have GPS incorporated in them. Some of them have telematics incorporated into them. And in some cases, it really is the focus of the next generation. Maybe it's seeing is believing. Well, let's talk about that for a second. I've got a couple of different dash camera options here. And before we get behind the wheel and start really test driving them, let's sort of talk about the out-of-the-box experience, because I'm a do-it-yourselfer. I like to receive technology. I like to try it myself. But often with dash cameras, these things need to be installed by a professional. And whether that's because of the positioning on the glass or the wire, one thing you need to look at when you're picking a telematics solution with a dash camera or just a dash camera only, you do need to consider the labor part of it and ask the provider, what do you think the labor hours are going to be for me to install the device itself? So I've got a couple of different options here. This one, the out-of-the-box solution, if you can see it, I can immediately see there's an awful lot of wiring loom there. The camera's underneath it. As soon as I opened it up out of the box, I realized this is something that I don't want to tackle myself. I'm going to have an installer come and make sure that they properly install this particular technology. This is great technology. I know the vendor. I can't wait to start trying it, but I'm not going to try and do it alone. Now, the other out-of-the-box solution that I have here, I quite like. Designed to be kind of consumer-friendly when you take a look at it. This is a business-to-business application, but I can even see the packaging look good. It frames the bottom of the camera. I can take this little piece off, and as soon as I pull out the camera itself, it's really nice and self-contained. I can see it. I can see how it's going to be mounted on the glass windshield. It's got the connector ports in the back. I can immediately see that it's got a lens here. It also has a lens here, so it's a two-sided camera system, which is important if you're picking a dash camera system. Am I going to be looking out the windshield, or do I want a two-sided camera system that's also taking a look at what's going on inside the cab? I think it's an important consideration. So that's just one piece. That's obviously the camera piece of this solution. If I remove some of the safety packaging here, and I get down to the wire, because for me, when I'm installing technology, it's all about the wiring, and if the wiring looks intimidating, I'm calling it an installer. In this case, it is not at all. It's an OBD2 plug with a very simple wiring loom, and I can see the connector that's going to connect into the back of the camera. So I'm ready to go on this. For this, feels and looks like something that I should be able to do myself and start trying, which is important. If you've got a current provider or you're into telematics only and you haven't tried a dash cam and you want to try it yourself, if you are a do-it-yourselfer kind of person, this is the kind of solution that you could use to try yourself and not have to go and incur, the 1 or 2 hours of labor to have an installer do it for you. So I'm excited to try this particular camera system. So let me get into that in a little bit. With respect to the other cameras, I'm going to go and step inside my other vehicle parked right next door here. I'm going to show you 3 cameras already installed in that vehicle and how they're very, very different. So let's go take a look inside the vehicle before we get on the road.